reactions to the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct. Yeah, it's super early in the morning over here. It's about like 6:30, and the Nintendo Direct presentation will begin in about 30 minutes from now. So in case you guys want to hang out with us in chat for about 30 minutes, feel free to leave the video playing. If you want to skip over to the reactions, there's going to be chapters on the bottom of the screen over here. So you guys can skip right over to it. We're going to do what we usually do. We'll take a look at our reactions to it, kind of stay a little reserved, and then we'll go in afterwards and we'll really dissect whatever we're kind of feeling. So interested in it. I hope you guys are having a great time. I got my coffee over here, just throwing some protein milk inside it. Wow, yummy. But yeah, it's DK Direct. I don't know. I'm kind of like on this weird. I'm in this weird spot with Donkey Kong Bananza. I'm on this weird spot where, you know, I want to be excited for it. I really do. But like from the initial like trailer, it looked like Mario Odyssey. It just looked like Mario Odyssey, where you just like dig around the ground like Minecraft, but reskinned as DK. It's an interesting thing, right? I feel that the younger generation who don't really know DK games, they might be like all over it because they like DK in the Mario movie, right? Like I can see that because that's kind of like the same aesthetic of DK. Whereas me, like, dude, I grew up with Donkey Kong, you know, on NES, and I love the Super Nintendo trilogy. That was awesome. Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3. And, you know, Donkey Kong 64, that was so cool. Tropical Freeze. Donkey Kong Country Returns, like those are my DK games. So DK isn't necessarily in like a 3D space. It's usually like a side scroller, a very challenging and fair side scroller. So when I see DK over here as the IP that Nintendo chooses to make their second biggest title on, I don't know, it seems really interesting. It seems very, very interesting. Like, if you were going to take, like, a brand new 3D game, usually for a system launch, it's going to be Mario. Why isn't it a Mario game? So they're like, no, scrap it. Change Mario's model. Change Mario's model to, change it to DK. And then just add in a bunch of monkeys. So, I don't know. I'm very, very reserved on getting my hopes up about this game. It has to be good, right? Because it's the second title on Nintendo Switch 2. Like, it literally has to. Mario Kart World is okay. But I'm coming from a place of impress me with this. And tell me why Nintendo feels that this game should be worth $500. More than $500. I'm so sorry. Remember, this is an exclusive for Nintendo Switch 2. You cannot play this game on Switch 1. So meaning there's the 450 plus tax entry fee to even play it. And not only that, this game is not bundled with any Nintendo Switches yet. I can only imagine them doing like a yellow Nintendo Switch with yellow Joy-Con controllers that look like bananas in the holiday time, or depending on how well this game does. And this one's going to be an $80 game for sure, plus tax. So right around 90. Yeah. So I really need to find out why this game is exactly that. Nintendo has a choice. Remember, Nintendo has a full choice to make games dual release on Switch 1 to not alienate the fan base, maybe lower the frame rate, maybe lower the graphics. Do we need to necessarily see all of the little debris of dust and gold explode when Donkey Kong punches a rock? No, we don't. As long as we get the game, right? And then do the Nintendo Switch 2 version that has exclusive things in it. Like, I don't know, more character skins, maybe a new story post-game mode, or some new story elements that make it its kind of own thing, but the main fan base doesn't miss out on it. They had the opportunity. Nintendo has the opportunity to do all of that. But they didn't. And that's why I'm at a point where it's like, dude, like, I've already spent money on my Nintendo Switch 2. I've spent it. But I'm thinking about people who didn't buy a Switch 2, didn't care about Mario Kart, but they're really big Donkey Kong fans, right? Maybe your 80s gamer loves Donkey Kong and like just was waiting for an opportunity to buy a Nintendo Switch 2. I'm over here drinking my coffee. I just want to know what they're thinking. I really I'm, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not a hater at all. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I own a boatload, a metric boatload of Nintendo stock. I'm not hating. I'm trying to make sure that they justify this stuff. And if things aren't, if I don't feel that things are justified, like, I'm gonna call it out for what it is, man. That's just what it is. But you guys know me. I bought a Nintendo Switch. I come out here, I play the games first so that you guys can make a determination on whether or not you like the games. We played through all of Mario Kart World. Definitely burnt out of it. Definitely didn't think it was worth the 500 and whatever plus dollars. Good to see you guys. What's up, Nelly? Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so that's my thoughts of where I am on this game. Now remember, like I said earlier, they had the opportunity to bring this on Switch 1 and Switch 2. They didn't. They're going to do that with Metroid Prime 4. They're going to do that with Pokemon Legends Z-A, which proves that they can do it. So the fact that they're not doing it is just another reason for them to sell systems. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I really don't. Sure, there's always a transition phase between one system to the next system, to the next, what do they call it? They don't call it a generation. They call it an evolution. There's always a transition period where they're going to stop. They're going to stop doing the support for Switch 1. Everything's going to be Switch 2, which I completely understand. If you buy a Switch 1 right now, or sorry, if you buy a Switch 2 right now, you're investing into the future of Nintendo. I completely get where you're coming from on that. But some people are very reluctant to jump on right now, when in fact, Switch 2, if we know anything about Switch 1, how many variants of Switch 1 were there? Right? Switch 1 Lite, Switch 1 OLED, Switch 1 Animal Crossing Edition, Switch 1 Pokemon Edition, Switch 1 Zelda Edition. Dude, I have a friend that collects all of the variants of Nintendo Switch. He's got like over 10 of them. So it's like, which one? Why are you buying Switch 2 now? There's simply no reason for it. But anyway, I digress. I'm not going to be on a sandbox anymore. Sorry, soapbox. Exactly. I'm not getting a Switch 2 until a new Animal Crossing, right? They had an opportunity to put the old Animal Crossing on there for GameCube Selects, but they didn't. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about DK. What are we thinking over here? I'm gonna actually ask you guys in chat right now. Do we like the DK design? I'm gonna ask you guys in chat. Do we like the new DK redesign? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna throw that poll over in chat. Feel free. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. People say he's expressive. I can see it. I can see him being expressive, but like, again, it's freaking DK, man. He's been around for what, 30 plus years? Like, did he necessarily need a glow up? I don't know, man. We'll get used to it, and like Lonnie says over here in chat, like, it'll grow on us. But like, where's Rare DK, man? Like, what happened? Is that like hey man, we're just starting, we're starting a new slate. We don't want any litigation from Microsoft. We don't want Rare, Microsoft owned, to come at us for that design, saying that so and so worked on it back in the 90s when they came out with Donkey Kong Country. We just don't want anything to deal with any of that liability, that legal liability. So we're just gonna reskin him like some of the cartoon animations from the 1980 something game or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, honestly, it'll be okay. We're gonna get used to it. It was in the Mario movie, so that's kind of what it is. But when it comes down to it, I think that's it. I think it's like legal. I think it's a legal thing. And thanks for putting that poll up on the Twitch side of things. There's a fun comment from Benjamin Ben. What's up, Ben? Old DK will be paid DLC in Bonanza or Amiibo unlockable? No way. You wish. You wish Nintendo knew what an Amiibo was. You literally do. You literally wish Nintendo knew what an Amiibo was for Switch 2. When in any of their official marketing materials did they mention the word Amiibo? In any of their Nintendo Switch 2 marketing? I don't even know. I cannot even confirm or deny if the Switch 2 Pro controller can scan an Amiibo. I cannot confirm or deny. Was there Amiibo support in Mario Kart World to unlock a costume or two? Absolutely not. Nope. Do not give me that. Don't give me that. It's funny though. That's funny. Not like I collect Amiibo or anything. Not like they charge $40 for the newest Amiibo for Tulin, Unobo. I don't remember who the other two were. Tears of the Kingdom was so long ago. But anyway. Trust me, that's the way it should be, right? That's the way it should be in a video game. It's like, if you introduce this toys to life concept that has an NFC chip, you need to program around it. That needs to be a prerequisite from when a game gets released. That's just what it has to be. That's the way it was in the golden age of Nintendo, when Amiibo was a thing for Wii U, for 3DS, and for some light Switch titles. Early Switch titles, when like they thought that was a thing. But that's okay. I digress. We're moving on. I'm calling it now. Diddy Kong is going to be a second player character, like Gooigi, Banana D, or Cappy. Dusty B, dude, Diddy Kong's not coming. Diddy Kong's not coming at all. I think there's too much. I think there, again, I think there's too much legal risk with using old DK design and using Diddy Kong. Because remember, Diddy Kong was a shared asset with Rare, which is now Microsoft owned. Sure, Diddy Kong used to have a red hat that said Rareware on it, right? And then they changed it to a red hat with Nintendo on it. So they can easily, so if Microsoft wanted to pursue Nintendo, they would have a legal case saying, hey, we worked on this game together 50-50 back in 1990 something for Donkey Kong Country, introduction to Diddy Kong. That's our character, man. You owe us royalties for every copy of Donkey Kong Bananza you make. So give us 10% of every sale. And so they're just like, you know what? Diddy Kong is retired. We're done. Diddy Kong went into the jungle and lived his best life, and now we're going to reskin Donkey Kong. We own the rights to the Donkey Kong name for Miyamoto back in the day when he came out with Mario Bros. And then he redesign it. It's literally, it's got to be a legal thing. It's got to be a legal thing. So my predictions right now is absolutely no Diddy Kong. That's why Diddy Kong is not in Mario Kart World. That's why Funky Kong is not in Mario Kart World, right? Because I want to say they don't want to go through the litigation. They don't want to go through the hoops of licensing out that character. Who cares? Wow, do you really need Funky Kong? Do you really care about Diddy Kong that much? Nah, man, we got the cow in Mario Kart World. It's like, shut up and give us your money. Here, have the cow. It's terrible. They did put Diddy Kong in Mario Kart 8. That was years ago, man. So maybe that's what happened behind the scenes whenever they put Diddy Kong in Mario Kart 8 and Funky Kong. Maybe Microsoft did some behind the scenes litigation or negotiations that said, hey, man, like, we'll give you Funky Kong and we'll give you the rights to Diddy Kong, whatever half we own, but you're going to give us this in return. So maybe those back-end deals happened, but you got to think about it right now. It's just like, oh, that's why they're not in Mario Kart World. A redesign of Diddy Kong could be done. It's still Diddy Kong, which is like, I would say like a 50-50 split own from Rareware, Microsoft, and Nintendo. It has to be, because that was a brand new character introduced in Donkey Kong Country 1. It was a brand new character introduced over there, and that was made by Rare and published by Nintendo. So they're like, all right, yeah, take Donkey Kong, cool, add in a little sidekick, so they invented a little sidekick. Hence Diddy Kong Racing, they did that, right? So yeah, Rare's got a big stake in Diddy Kong stock. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope so. Like, I hope Diddy Kong's in there. Trust me, dude, I love Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong's great. I'm not going to hold my breath on it. And like, I don't know. Maybe he needs a redesign or something like that. Maybe they ironed out behind the scenes with Microsoft saying, hey, dude, like, we want to make this game. What's it going to cost? Maybe Microsoft says, hey, it's not going to cost anything. Have fun. Here you go. Here's the paperwork. Just knock it out. Maybe they're cool. Or maybe Microsoft's a little, butthurt that Nintendo is doing their thing and being so successful. So maybe they're just, I don't know. They're like, give us X amount of money for the licensing rights for it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But I think there's a lot of, because like that's the thing with Rare and oh, hi buddy. Speaking of Rare, this is Howell, by the way. Everyone, if you guys want to say hi to Howell, This is my boy boy. My boy boy. Oh, I don't think I showed this. I don't think I showed this off, friends. A good friend of mine hooked me up with like made me a little treat box. Calcifer Smash and Howl Smash treats. Should we give Howl a treat? All right, hi boy. Oh, you smell it, huh? Yeah, you smell this. Yeah, you want a treat? You want to pick your own, or you want me to give you one? You want to pick your own? Yeah, you smell the treats in there, huh? How do you get them? Look, look, look. You go like this. Look. You can help yourself to a treat. One treat per cat per household. You can grab one. Good job. Oh, did you get one? No. Go ahead, boy. You missed. Come on, man. Okay, good. He got one. Isn't this cute? It's like a little press. So if Howl ever figured this out, if he ever figured out that he could just literally put his weight on the very top, it's game over. We lose. We lose. Yeah, here we go. You want some on-screen treat time? Here you go. This is for everyone in the chat. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. I guess I can put it right on the prompter. That's cool. Hi. Ho, ho. Hey. All right, this is Howl, everyone. Howl, you want to know that? There you go. That's right on the prompter. Ooh. Good boy. Okay. Now this is Howl's live stream now. We only have 8 minutes, so we're just chilling over here. All right, Mr. Howl. Mr. Howl, come here. Come here. Come here. Right here, boy. Come here. Mr. Howl. Come on. I need you to sit right here, and I need you to turn around. Okay. No. I don't want your butt on the screen. Sit. 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 Good boy. Don't put your tail in my coffee. Give me a high five. Dude, everyone has to see your high five, man. Give me a high five over here. Boy, give me a high five. No. They have to see your paw moving. Best boy. Come here. People, you guys want to see Howl do a high five for a treat? Give me a yes or a no in chat. Come here. All right. There you go. Howl and I went on an adventure yesterday. It was great. Okay, here we go. Now sit. Sit. Hold on. No. Sit. Good boy. Okay, high five. Howl, high five. Go ahead. You know. Howl. High five. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, here. That was good. That was really good. I think I'll give him one more. All right, here we go. All right, Howl. No, you don't look at that. No, come on. Sit. Howl. High five with your other paw. High five. High five. Boy. High five. No, I want this paw. No, right here. This is where it is, man. Right here. High five. What are you, silly? Are you smart? Okay, fine. That's great. Hey, Joseph, thank you so much. Imagine if there was a Mario Kart gamer that featured every single gel track from Mario Kart games, as well as a handful of new ones. They would call it Mario Kart Ultimate. Oh, yeah. Every single track from the Mario Kart games. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Okay, that would be great, man. That's what I was thinking Mario Kart would be. I thought that Mario Kart World would be like, hey, everyone's here, every track's here. That would be Mario Kart Ultimate. But maybe they just wanted to use the world design. Okay, boy. I need you to move, boy. Thank you. Here, come on. Come on. Yeah, this is your treat box. You don't get to. Oh, he knows the smell, and the smell's like permeating through it. So yeah, that's great. Thanks, Joseph. Appreciate you. Oh, and I mailed out your merch card yesterday, so expect that very, very soon. Thank you so much. Yeah, friends. Okay, so tell me more about DK. Let's talk about your predictions. Let's talk about your predictions in chat. We haven't done that. Thanks for clipping Howl's high five. That's cute. They need to save that for $50 DLC. Oh my gosh, don't give me that. Oh, look at, dude, this guy's just like, oh, if I sit right here, I'm going to get treats in the prompter. Boy, come on, man. All right, here's the thing. What are your predictions? For Donkey Kong Bananza? You thinking Pauline's going to be a character because Donkey Kong and Pauline have a lot of history together? Didn't like some weird foreign outlet leak a picture of baby Pauline somewhere? Like the little rock has something to do with her? Do I care? I'm so sorry, man. Oh my gosh. What was that? No. Okay, he hit the remote control and turned on accessibility shortcuts. I don't need that. Thanks, buddy. Don't hit the remote control. All right. So what do you think? What do you think? Howell. Hey, boy. It was Nintendo that leaked that? Yeah, King K. Rool's going to appear. He has to be there. That's the main boss. That's the main boss. That's the main boss of Mario. So yeah, I would say King K. Rool will make an appearance. That's kind of cool. I don't really care to make a bingo card for this because this is just a small direct. If it was anything like the Mario Kart Direct, the Mario Kart World Direct was really bad. They just really recapped the trailer and the other footage, which was not so good. Yeah, I don't know. King K. Rool would be really fun. I think that would be great. Give me something else. Give me some other predictions. What do we think? Pauline shows up, maybe a little bit of the story. It seems like it's going to be a collectathon based on the UI, right? There's like bananas and gold and I don't know, are you collecting fossils or something like that? We can't just put in the bingo. We can't just put we'll be disappointed in each square. We can't do that. They showed Rewind. Honestly, dude, like I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you what they showed because like the only thing I saw was the initial trailer where I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." That's it. Have they been showing things on their Nintendo Today app, which I refuse to download? Have they been showing things like that? They're not going to be doing anything Mario Kart World. They're not doing that. Mario Kart World is not going to be anything to talk about. Why steal the thunder of Donkey Kong Bananza? They have to sell systems with this game. For those of you guys who didn't buy the game, buy Nintendo Switch and spend $500 on it, now we're going to give you a second reason. We're going to give you a second reason. Oh my gosh. Howell. He already knows. Uh-oh. Howell knows his treat box. This is bad news. He knows the smell of the treats inside there. It's permeating. I'm going to put it up here, so you better figure it out, boy. You better figure it out over here, though. Chicken legs. Yeah, jump up there, dude. Jump up there and figure it out. Oh. I mean, it's true. I didn't feed him breakfast, so... All right. Are we ready to do this? No, we got like 2 minutes. All right, hurry up, friends. Give me any kind of wild prediction for Donkey Kong Bananza right now in the chat so that we can have a record of you saying it right here on stream. That would be wonderful. Thank you again for choosing to join us on stream today. Oh, Howell's watching himself on the monitor on the replay, which is really cute. He's looking at himself. Yeah, so thank you again for watching with us. Are we gonna get Cranky Kong? Did Cranky Kong finally kick the Did Cranky Kong finally go to Rainbow Road? Shoot, I don't know. Oh wow, he's pawing at himself on the screen over here. That's cute. Hey boy, that's just a picture of you. All right, anyway. Donkey Kong Bananza, here we go, friends. Let's knock it out. This is the new format for Nintendo Direct reactions. I hope you like it. And I have a cat here just in case. All right, man. This is it, man. Okay. Oh, you know, it's just going to be Howell reacting to it. He doesn't know what he can't even listen to it. He doesn't have headphones on, so. My best friend. I will see you in literally a half an hour to an hour. All right, guys, let's lock in. Let's knock this out. Tell me your thoughts. Upgrade. Oh, here we go. Okay. When the world reactions to the DK Direct. DK Bananza right now. Welcome to it. When the hole looks so dark and deep, heart is rock, cold as stone, I was scared.
Your beat show the way to you.
Okay.
Golden Bananas.
There is Pauline.
The discovery of the century, made right here on Ingot Isle. This is excellent news for #1 banana fan, Donkey Kong. However, just as he's about to enjoy the notable bananas, a sudden tempest sends him deep down underground. As his adventure begins, DK teams up with Odd Rock, but it's no rock at all. It's actually a talented young singer named Pauline. Now, Donkey Kong just wants bananas. And Pauline wants to find a way back home to the surface. It's said that one's wish will be granted by reaching the planet core. So the unlikely duo set off on a strange subterranean adventure. The story takes place in the underground world, where the scenery changes the deeper you go. Some layers are so spectacular that it's hard to believe you're underground. DK can run.
Is that not from Odyssey? Like Lakeside
Jump.
Kingdom?
And climb through each environment. Using his incredible physical prowess, you can freely move in any direction. But that's not all. Almost anything in your path, you can smash, crash,
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
bash. You can even do this to a massive rock formation. You know, if you want. As you barrel through obstacles in your path, you'll also collect golden bananas known as Banandium Gems. More on those later. Let's take a look at some of the things this Kong can do. Punch.
You can punch.
Smash enemies. Walls. The ground. And most things you can get your hands on with incredible force. Destruction can lead to discoveries. So set off a chain reaction and see what happens. Dive punch. Unleash a powerful punch directly downward. How deep you punch into the ground depends on the strength of the terrain. Roll forward. Roll at high speed and send lighter objects soaring. Combine this with punches and jumps to really mix things up. Hand slap. Make some noise to collect scattered items. Or detect hidden objects using sonar. You can even use your feet when your hands are occupied. Tear off.
I love
Grab
that.
a chunk of terrain.
That's
and
cool.
tear it
His
off.
face looked great.
Or tear up turnips to find items. And even tear chunks off your foes.
My gosh, you ripped off his arm?
Swing.
Okay.
Grab a chunk and swing it to attack.
One more.
Harder chunks can be used to break stone with ease. Or smash spiky thorns. Chunk jump.
Chunk jump?
Use a chunk to double jump. This will help you reach new heights. Throw. Throw a chunk. Or aim at a target like this. Throwing a boom rock or gold can have explosive effects.
Okay, that looks cool.
If you throw chunks made of softer material, you can stick them to a surface and pile them up.
That's the-
Turf serve.
What?
This lets you ride on chunks.
What a
Speed up
talented
and
monkey.
aim for smaller enemies to knock them away. Make music.
Make
The power
music.
of Pauline's singing will help show you the way. It can also remove these strange seals that someone left behind.
Who left him behind? Who did it?
You never know what you'll discover in the underground world.
What is this? I mean, the game, okay, the game looks good. It's a beautiful game.
So
It has to
carve
be.
your own path with DK's abilities.
Is that Rainbow Road? That looked like Lakeside Kingdom, like exactly.
The many layers of the underground world are host to a variety of inhabitants.
I knew it. I knew they wouldn't do voice
Some
acting.
are mysterious and aren't too bothered by DK's destructive tendencies. It looks like Cranky Kong and his companion Rambi are also venturing through the layers of the world.
That's great. Can you ride on Rambi?
Then there are the Giant Elders, who call the underground world home. They're said to possess ancient Bananza powers.
Was that Espresso, the ostrich with the sneakers?
By learning their Bananza powers, Pauline's singing can do something special. She can make Donkey Kong transform. With incredible destructive power, even hard terrain poses no problem. Plow through the world and smash as much as possible with the powerful Kong Bananza.
What?
Plus, DK can transform into a zebra. He's
Why?
as speedy as he is striped.
Why does he
can
have to
even
turn into a
breathe over
zebra?
water or crumbling pathways. That's the swift Zebra Bananza.
No.
Oh yeah, he can also turn into an ostrich.
No.
A flying ostrich. Spread
No.
your wings and soar through the sky.
No. That's not DK.
You can use updrafts to gain more air. Then drop egg bombs from great heights to send enemies scattering.
Dude, I'm
That's
rolling
right,
my
it's
eyes.
Ostrich Bananza.
No.
Bananza transformations don't last forever, though. You can transform again by collecting gold to build up your Bananergy. You're not limited to when or where you transform, and you can swap between transformations. So get creative and use them as you adventure to the planet core. Standing in our hero's
Oh,
way
come
is the
on,
Void
man.
Company, the mightiest mining operation both above ground and
Void
below.
Company?
Grumpy Kong works to create gigantic corporate soldiers.
He's a Kong?
Grumpy Kong is responsible for subterranean info gathering, while Void Kong is in charge of the whole company. This nefarious crew is responsible for the banana-stealing maelstrom on Ingot Isle, and they're heading straight down to the planet core.
The planet core? But no! I'm going with DK, so you just stay away!
Voidco blocked off all the routes to the lower layers, so no one could reach them. DK and his pals will come face to face with the enemies guarding these routes. So use all the power at your disposal to take on a host of powerful foes. By defeating them, giant sinkholes will open, clearing a path to the lower layers of the underground world.
That's cool. I love the concept. I think the concept is really good.
Found throughout the underground world are golden bananas called Banandium Gems. They're not always visible though. Sometimes they're buried in the walls, the ground, and other places. There are a whole bunch to find. You can also obtain these gems by completing challenges in the ruins found throughout your adventure.
Let's do this!
I love this.
Challenges include time-limited battles.
It's great.
Courses where you'll need clever solutions.
Oh, yeah, it's like a puzzle.
Side-scrolling stages. And
Oh,
more.
minecarts. All right, that's good. Oh, look, barrel blasting. You read the notes on what
Keep your
DK
eyes
is.
peeled to find the Banandium
Good
Gems.
job. Good job.
There are plenty of ruins to discover, so give them a try.
This game looks very good. Like, very beautiful. The graphics are spot on.
As
What's
you
a skill
collect
point?
Banandium Gems, you'll gain skill points.
What is this?
These can be used to increase stats such as your max health or the destructive power of your punches. Power up Donkey Kong to match your playstyle. For example, if you strengthen your sonar, you'll be able to detect treasure from further away, which could lead to new discoveries. Or use skill points to learn new skills.
Surf.
There are all sorts of items to find as you explore.
Wow.
Banandium chips are shaped like slices of banana. And they can be traded for Banandium Gems at the chip exchange. These gold nuggets are, unsurprisingly, called gold. You can exchange gold for useful items at the stuff shop.
The stuff shop.
There are fossils too. You can trade these for different fashions at local style shops.
Oh.
Just open the closet and customize the perfect fits for Donkey Kong and Pauline. Or even change up your fur color. No look is too much for Donkey Kong.
That's true.
Or too little. Almost every article of clothing comes with its own benefits. So mix and match your look to suit the situation.
That's cute. I'm glad it's not like $5 DLC cosmetics.
If you find a treasure chest buried in the ground, crack it open, and you might receive a treasure map showing the location of Banandium Gems or fossils.
Love that.
Their locations will be marked on your map.
Absolutely
Pretty
love
helpful
that.
for finding collectibles.
Look it, this is how you make a map. That's how you make a
see
map.
which fossils and Banandium Gems you've collected, making it easy to see how close you are to completion.
Why didn't we have that in Mario Kart World?
There's plenty more to do in the underground world when not adventuring. Need a rest? Carve out a space and enjoy a getaway where you can recover in bed. And enjoy listening to tunes with the music player.
Yeah, why don't we have that in Mario Kart World?
You might even find new discs when defeating enemies.
This game is looking way better than Mario Kart World times 10.
When it comes to moving between layers,
Oh.
subterranean eels
The
have
DK
your
rap?
back. These elevators will help you easily move between layers you visited at any time. And if you get lost, no need to worry. You can always teleport within the layer you're currently exploring.
Teleport there?
Can we teleport? Oh my gosh.
In photo mode, you can freely change the in-game camera angle and adjust other settings to snap pics. Get a photo like this, or that. Unleash your inner shutterbug and create your own captivating scenes. By sharing a Joy-Con 2 controller or using a second set, you and a pal can control Donkey Kong and Pauline separately to
No
buddy
way.
up in local co-op play. As Pauline, you can unleash vocal blasts using Joy-Con 2 mouse controls. You can also copy the material of nearby terrain to give your vocals even more texture. By working together, even tough enemies don't stand a chance.
That's so easy.
This game also supports Gameshare. Even if only one player has the game, they can quickly share it to another player so they can join on their own system.
That's
It
great.
can also be shared locally to a Nintendo Switch system. Plus,
A
you can
regular
play
Nintendo
online
Switch?
between Nintendo Switch 2 systems using Gameshare via Game Chat.
Hold on.
If you need a little help with all the platforming action,
Hold on,
assist
hold
mode
on.
is the way to play. It guides you in the right direction, halves the damage you receive, and more. Assist mode supports you in your adventure to be the best Kong you can be.
Dude, we gotta talk
Outside
after
of the
this. There's a
main game,
lot going
there's a
on.
mode where you can carve stone using mouse controls called DK Artist.
That's so cool.
Rotate to paint. Carve material.
Good music,
Or add some
man.
back on. You can even change the lighting and add delectable banana effects.
Is that a Splatoon crossover?
Give it a try. And
Oh,
sculpt
Mario.
to your heart's content.
Bowser Pizza, a parrot.
This game also supports
You're
Amiibo
kidding
accessories.
me!
A new Donkey Kong and Pauline Amiibo figure is also on the way. Scanning it unlocks Pauline's Diva
Oh,
dress.
dude, they remembered.
By scanning the Donkey Kong series Amiibo shown here, gold Kong tiles with explosive power will appear.
Oh my god.
Every other Amiibo released up to this point is also compatible.
No
If you
way.
scan them, you'll get giant spheres like these.
What do they do? Oh, they don't do anything. They just put a sphere. Okay, dude, that's so funny. That's so funny.
More than anything. Heart of gold, a wish come true. I have this dream. Oh, maybe if we get to the surface, you and me, we can make it more than a dream.
What?
Join the powerful Donkey Kong and the talented singer Pauline as they set out on an adventure to the fabled planet Core.
Dixie Kong and Diddy Kong? No! No way! Dude, they're there. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Donkey Kong Bananza. Available
Dude.
July 17th only on Nintendo Switch 2. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo
Oh
eShop.
my gosh.
The Donkey Kong and Pauline Amiibo will also be available July 17th.
Oh my gosh, right now. What did we just watch? Oh my gosh. Dude, I haven't been so excited. It's so funny. This is so funny. I was not excited. Like, I was like maybe 5 out of 10 excited, but now I'm like legit 10 out of 10 excited for this. That's insane. The transition of me not caring about this game as much as everyone else to like showing the care and the detail that I expect of a $580 game, or what is it? Hold on, 450 plus $80. So yeah, about 530 plus the tax. Yeah. So okay. This game, from my initial views of first reactions, seems like it is 100% worth the $450 entry fee of playing it on Switch 2 and the $80 price tag. Based on how they presented this. This is how you do a Nintendo Direct. This is like a 9 out of 10 Direct for me, because they hit all of the marks of what you can do all through there. I have no more questions outside of the characters. They listed it all. They remembered that Amiibo exist. Cool. You have a whole box full of Amiibo that you haven't done anything with for the past 4 or 5 years? Great. Use it over here and get an orb. But if you use the DK ones, then you get a costume. That's how Amiibo should be. Dude, we have to watch this and analyze. All I know right now is that this was cool. This was cool. And I think that this is how you do a launch title for Nintendo Switch 2, right? I think so. But like we can't. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi. We can't get way too ahead of ourselves. I'm telling you, I really enjoyed what we just saw over here. And now that we're going to go through the analysis, we're going to see exactly, I'm going to break it down and we're going to take a look at it frame by frame so that in case we missed anything. But yeah, let me know, what did you guys think of the Direct? Let me know about that. Now tell me your hype though. Tell me your hype. Were you 5 out of 10 at the beginning, and after watching this, are you 10 out of 10? Are you 9 out of 10? Dude, this game puts Mario Kart World to shame, to literal shame. Literal shame. The team that worked on Mario Kart World was just like, oh, everyone likes Mario Kart, they're gonna buy it so we can get away with murder, which is exactly what they did. They don't know how to give us unlockables. They don't know what an Amiibo is. They don't know how to make a mini map in free roam. Your game is free roam, yet you don't allow us to explore it in a way that makes sense with a mini map or with a looking around map. Oh gosh. Hey, Howell. Yeah. So that's that. Tell me what you guys think. Shoot, where's my monitor now? Howell sat on my monitor. Remote. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, don't miss the analysis. That's going to be our next video. So let's jump into it. Dude, that was so good. Okay, I really enjoyed that. Oh my gosh, man. All right, tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts, unfiltered. What do you think, guys? What do you think? What do you think? That was like a good 20-minute DK Direct. I'm going to be really upset if my video gets content ID claimed by the weird Pauline music that's happening. I'm going to be very upset if that's the case. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be so livid if that's the case, man. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that was really cool. The reason why I think the reason why I'm so excited about that is because I feel that we got robbed with Mario Kart World. Like, no joke, I felt we 100% got robbed with Mario Kart World, and they got away with literal murder with how they didn't polish the game outside of the good graphics. So, like, that's kind of why I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, like, this is good. If this was the launch game, DK, I would be out here saying, yeah, absolutely, a Nintendo Switch is worth it. 100%. Or sorry, Switch 2 is worth it. But like right now, that dude, I need to rewatch this. I need to rewatch it right now so that we can look at it. But that was phenomenal. What we did see, I was like halfway through, I'm like, it's okay. It's just another Mario Odyssey reskin. Here we go with Mario Odyssey reskin, which a lot of it is, don't get me wrong. That team, obviously the team that did that, yeah, the team that did it, yeah, anyway, team that did it was really good. Anyway, where was I at? Sorry. Let's move. Let's move. I have a Howl right here. He says he wants a treat, but we got to go react to this thing. Pauline being the purple rock, we've seen that though. Like, they leaked that. I'm still knocking the game for not having true voice acting in the year 2025. That's still going to be a point off on the game for sure. But yeah, let's rewatch it and let's see what's going on, right? Okay, and dude, Zebra and Ostrich, that sucks. I'm just gonna call it out right now. Zebra and Ostrich sucks. You know why? Because you can make buddies, man. That was what made Donkey Kong Country the coolest game, is because you had animal buddies like Espresso, On Guard the fish, Rambi the rhino, I forget the name of the frog. The frog, dude. Like, that would be the ultimate like love letter to fans of the series. It's the buddies, man. It's the buddies. Yo, E-Mister, what's going on, man? Oh my gosh. It seems like a premium game, but at the same time, it's also very like, they're still getting away with stuff and we're still gonna buy it. Winky was the name. That's right. Yeah, we saw that you could ride the rhino in a spot, but like, the thing is though, I'll get into it in the analysis. I'll get into it in the analysis. Let's look at that. Come here, boy. Come on. I will. Oh, you guys don't see this beautiful boy right now. All right, let's look. Here we go. All right, guys. It's Abdallah here. Let's actually break down the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct in case you missed it. Now, if you didn't watch my live reactions to it, go watch it. It was a roller coaster. It was an absolute roller coaster of emotions. It was really, really cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was really, really fun, but it's not a perfect game. There's still a lot of things that need to be worked on for it, but I think that with this game, based off of what I've seen, this game should have been the launch title for Nintendo Switch 2, because it seems way more polished than Mario Kart World will ever be in the history of that game. And trust us, we've played Mario Kart World for 50, 60 hours already, like 100 hours. And this game is blowing it away right now. Let's take a look and see what this is all about. So zooming in right over here, they start off with falling down a well, and then they start off with a little bit of like Pauline singing, or oh, spoilers. Pauline's in the game, in case you guys didn't see any of the promo stuff. Pauline's in the game. And so apparently, like, there's like a little odd rock that is like a buddy with Donkey Kong. And then in the opening scene over here, we find out what's going on with the odd rock, right? Easy peasy. Here we go. There's some singing in the background. It sounds exactly like Mario Odyssey. You know, going around New Donk City with Jump Up Superstar playing in the background. That's literally the vibe that you're getting in this entire game here. We have these banana Kong elders in the game. We'll learn about that later, which is interesting. And then you can see over here that, like, as you pop this open, it's literally Pauline inside there as like what, like a preteen? I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that. So Pauline is like a small child or a teenager, and she was locked inside this like crazy like rock thing. So yeah, I guess that's cool. DK being expressive as usual. It's kind of growing on me. Sure, I'm an old school gamer. I like rare DK better, but it's growing on me. We'll get used to it because there's no option to change. So here we go. This is an interesting concept. What do you think? Like teen? How old do you think Pauline is? I don't know, man. 15? 14? 13? Yeah, very like preteen to teen transition. I don't know why. I don't know why this is set in the past. They really didn't go into the story mode of it, but Pauline is here, and yeah. So that's cool. That's cool. So Pauline's still a singer. And so you gotta make your way to the planet's core. So somehow these guys team up. But like, dude, look. Look at this and tell me it's not like, tell me this isn't, this is like straight from Mario Galaxy. I'm getting vibes from Mario Galaxy on this one. Very, very interesting. Yeah, so the vistas look really good. You're going to be going to a place called like Ingot Isles, and like every single layer that you get deeper to the Earth's core is like a different world. And so this right over here looked exactly like Lakeside Kingdom, right, in Mario Odyssey, with the giant, like a chalice in the middle and like all these other areas and some like reefs in between. Looks interesting. I was like, dude, come on, Mario Odyssey. Tell me, tell me you're not copying the notes of the Mario Odyssey team without telling me you're copying the notes from the Mario Odyssey team, right? So going into Donkey Kong Bananza, I'm like, dude, it's literally Mario Odyssey. They're just reskinning it with DK. So go ahead, show me how you've done exactly that. So that's my mindset going into this, which is, I mean, it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. Would we have liked a Mario Odyssey 2? Would it have sold better than DK and Teen Pauline? Preteen Pauline? Preteen Pauline. That's what we're going to call her. Preteen Pauline. Great. Would it have sold better? Oh, you better believe it would have. But then you can't like throw around a whole bunch of stuff everywhere and destroy everything. Unless Mario turns into Donkey Kong. Anyway, so just the general movement, like the general movement of this game looks really good. Like you're running, you can climb, you could punch, you could double jump, you can roll off the edge, you can grab a piece of the rocks. Like we've seen all this in the pre-release trailers, which is fine. Like this is exactly what we've seen. We know. And like you can literally, you can terraform the entire game. Someone with absolute all time on their hand is going to raise the entire world. They're going to just break everything down, I bet. Right? So this right over here, we've seen this before. Oh, banana branched into the forest layer. So whenever you get one of the golden bananas, Banandium Gems or whatever they're called, it's going to be a screen exactly like Super Mario Odyssey. Like, oh, we got it. Da-da-da-da-da, hey. And then here's the title of it. And then I don't remember what these are. 3 bananas or something on the bottom, but anyway, so it's very Mario Odyssey, which is fine. You know, I'm not complaining about that. Like, we love a 3D game. So he can go underground, he can punch walls, and then like there's different alcoves over here. So hey, if you dig around, you'll be able to find stuff. So this is going to be really, really needle in a haystack kind of gameplay of like, oh, what's behind this wall? And then they just go over all of his different moves, which is a dive punch or a ground pound in the Mario universe. So that's kind of cool. Roll forward ever since Donkey Kong Country. Love it. So we can continuously roll. So you can roll off the edge and then you could jump out of a roll and then you can roll again. That's that looked. So this kind of tech right over here. Watch, I'll show you. This kind of tech right here where he rolls off the edge and jumps out of the roll. He jumps out of the roll like in Donkey Kong Country. And then he does another roll after it. This is literally a Cappy jump from Mario Odyssey. It's so funny that I don't know if it's the exact team that did this game that did Mario Odyssey, but it's literally the exact same thing. Yeah, that's so funny. Hand slap is going to be like a weird sonar thing, and you collect stuff on the ground. I'm very happy about that. That's very quality of life, because I don't want to like destroy a rock and then have to like pick up everything. I don't want to do that. Tear off looks really fun. So you just grab a piece of whatever's over here and you just rip it up. And then you can just like take an enemy and rip off his arm and just like beat him up with his own arm. That's actually really fun gameplay. Like, I think that's just so cool. Right? So you can use stone to break other stone. And then you've got like some other weeds over here that you can break. That's kind of fun. Chunk jump is like a double jump, right? You could abandon the piece of chunk and just get a double jump out of it. So there's a lot of tech involved with that, right? Then you can throw the piece. So you can do like maybe a chunk jump off the ledge into like a roll. Maybe you can jump out of that roll and do another roll. So there's a lot of tech that you can do to maneuver DK around places. So yeah, it looks like you can do sand and you can make your own little platforms over here. And then there's turf surf where you just like surf on a shield like in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's exactly what it reminded me of. That's kind of cute. And then make music. So yeah, Pauline can sing and then activate like these tuning forks or remove these Void Coast strips, which we don't really know too much about. Yeah, climbing up. So each of these is like, the worlds look not the biggest. It's not open world like Hyrule from Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. It seems more like the size of Bowser's Fury, like, or Mario Odyssey's Kingdoms. Stop on by, fish up new fashions. Okay, so this ostrich, this is a throwback to the animal buddies in Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo. There was an ostrich named Espresso, and you would ride on top of Espresso, and you would go really, really fast in the level, and you could like float a little bit. So this is a cool throwback, right? Love that. You've got an ostrich with shoes on. That's exactly what we like to see to all of us older Donkey Kong Country fans. You'll notice over here that in the gameplay, there's absolutely zero voice acting outside of a small handful of Pauline's voice acted clips where she yells, DK, DK, you're my best friend. Maybe we can get through this together. Like, you know, the clips as you expect. But like, in the year 2025, on a premium console that you are going to have to buy $450 plus tax, so around $500 for a Nintendo Switch 2, and then drop an additional $70 to $80 for Donkey Kong Bananza, you're already out more than $500. So for a game that's supposed to be touting that it's a premium game, you need to voice act, man. Just pay the people. Pay the people to voice act this line. You must be quite tired. What, with having made your way down this far, right? Like, make a voice acting and then dub it into different languages. That's the standard of gameplay right now. Stop being lazy. I'm done with it, dude. So now they do like this like animalese, like it's I think at this point we've gotten used to that. We've seen it in Mario Odyssey, where each of the little species makes their little touting sound whenever a text box comes on. But at this point in life, agree or disagree, let me know at home. I just at this point in gaming, voice acting has to be a standard, man. I think it has to be, especially for like the little kids who may not know how to read, right? It'll help them read because then they could read along with, right? And this is a kid's game. This is Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I learned how to read from video games. That would be so cool if they had that. But anyway, I digress. I think that's one point that is just, I think it's a hit. I think it's a hit against it. So this is cool. Rambi makes a comeback, which is exactly what I wanted. Rambi was a staple in the Donkey Kong Country franchise. Cranky Kong is a staple. He's always here. This is great. Yeah, but then they don't really explain what Cranky Kong or Rambi does. They just introduce them. And then these are like the Kong Elders, which are weird. These are the elders that live underground. One's a zebra. Oh, okay, I understand now. One's a big monkey. Watch. One's a big monkey right here. One's a big monkey elder that lives in this, like, I don't know, this little area that somehow has a sky in it. Explain that to me. If you're in the ground of the earth, why is there a sky? Okay, this one over here, sure, makes sense with the icicles. This is a zebra, a big zebra. Remember that a little bit later. And then this is a big ostrich in this weird looking forest. So I'm kind of putting two and two together over here. So they get Bananza powers, and then she sings, and then DK turns into stuff. Kong Bananza, he goes ape S. He literally goes ape S right now. Yo, why is there a butt? Why did DK's butt need to be modeled, man? I don't need to see that crack. All right, so DK goes nuts. Yeah, DK literally goes nuts. So he goes, he goes crazy with the big monkey powers, and he's able to charge a punch and throw some hits. And then Pauline can transform him into a zebra now, and he runs faster. So yeah, it looks like the zebra elder gives you the zebra power, the big monkey elder gives you the monkey power, and then the ostrich elder, guess what it gives you? You could turn into an ostrich and then flap your wings a little bit and then glide. Like Miraidon and Koraidon in Pokemon. So yeah, you can get some updrafts. You can drop an egg. It looks like you have 2 eggs. Yeah, you drop egg bombs and you get like 2 of them. Oh, and then they respawn. Yep, you get it. Okay. They don't last forever. You have like a little yellow meter. So this is where we need to chat. This is where we 100% need to talk. Right? Like, I'm okay with the concept of DK turning into Giant Monkey. Like, I'm 100% fine with that. I'm good with it. Giant Monkey, cool. Looks great. Amazing. Go into Super Saiyan mode. Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan, whatever it is. I don't care. That's fun. But, like, I think the fundamental miss right now is mounts. And that's a gameplay director's choice, right? Like, I think the mounts are a thing. Did one of the like elders need to be a zebra? This is a run fast concept, right? Could it have been something like a zebra mount, like a new zebra buddy? Like, the beauty about Donkey Kong Country, 1, 2, 3, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Tropical Freeze, this is 5 games in the series where animal buddies were a staple, which made it really, really fun. So those of you guys that have never played a Donkey Kong game before, welcome to Donkey Kong. This is your first one. But for those of us that have, we know that the staple of the series are animal buddies. It's like in Donkey Kong Country 1, I loved that. As a kid, I loved finding Winky the toad, that you jumped on top of it and you could jump really, really high. I loved finding Espresso the ostrich, where you could jump on top of, run really, really fast, jump in the air, and then float a little bit. I loved Rambi running around and destroying things with the horn, right? I love going in the underwater levels with On Guard, the swordfish, and plowing through everything and swimming super fast, right? And then with those 4 animal buddies, those were just in the other games. The more recent games, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on Nintendo Wii U and Switch, those games had Rambi, right? They just really only brought Rambi, which was a miss, because it would be really cool to have the other ones. From, if I remember correctly. So like this concept of DK transforming into something, I think it's a cop-out. You don't just transform into stuff because of magic. I don't like that idea. I don't like it at all. Is it gonna grow on me? Sure. People that don't even know or care about the really great thing that made the previous Donkey Kong games amazing, they may not remember that. But you're missing the point. And that's why I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like DK cop-out transforming into a bird. And now DK can transform into a zebra. DK transforming into a giant monkey? Yes, makes sense. But a zebra, dude? How hard would it have been for him to, like, I don't know, press down on the D-pad, or Pauline to sing a song, and then a zebra buddy would show up and you could jump on top of it and then run around over here, jump off the ledge, and then jump off of the zebra like Yoshi in Mario World and get an extra jump? Like, how hard would it have been to do that? Same thing. Pauline sings a song or whistles, and then Espresso comes out of nowhere, and then it's seamless. You're on top of Espresso. And then, since you're on top of Espresso, you can literally also, you know, run a little bit faster and then do your gliding. Maybe Espresso has like the little meter and like the bombs that drop. Like, I don't think that they nailed it. I don't think they nailed it. And that's why I'm just like, dude, do your resource material. What made the Donkey Kong franchise so special, right? This concept of transforming into a zebra, into an ostrich, no. You've done that in Mario Odyssey. You had Mario transform into 50 different things in that game. Transformed into like a fish. He transformed into a Goomba. He transformed into a Lakitu. He transformed into literally everything possible in Mario Odyssey. You've done that. Mario Odyssey team, I get it. I get it that you're working on this game. I get it that the director that said, hey, make it Mario Odyssey, but change it a little bit so the teacher doesn't know we're copying them. I get that you're doing that, but this is a no. This is a hard no from me. I think that this direction is just completely off. You could have achieved the exact same results if you just made mounts in the game. Just make mounts. Give me Winky the Toad. Give me On Guard the Swordfish. That would be such a love letter to fans of the series. How do you mess that up? Oh, but that's okay because like transforming is a thing and we did it in Mario Odyssey, so let's just do it in this one. That sucks. I'm so sorry to say, but that sucks. And I don't like it. As much as I love the rest of this trailer, this is a miss for me. And I think lack of voice acting is a miss for me right now. Here we go. Let's move on. Ugh, I digress. Okay, Zebra Bonanza. Watch out. He runs faster on a zebra. Uh-oh. You mean DK can't just roll? Like in Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, when you transform into the Goron, he does like this rolling stuff. You couldn't say he does that? This flying could have easily been Espresso the Ostrich, man. The literal ostriches are in this game. It could have been like an ancient ancestor of espresso, and which would give us even more lore for Donkey Kong Country 1. Ostrich Bonanza, so bad. I don't know, man. Mounts would have been way, way cooler. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. How do you miss that? How do you miss that, friends? Anyway, so like, I like this, that you could seamlessly transform in between two of them. Yes. Could you have achieved that with pressing a button to call out the animal buddies? Yes, you could have. Anyway, so this is interesting. This is called the Void Company. We see 3 characters, and we've seen them in like pre-release screenshots. We've got a big monkey, a little monkey, and I don't know what the heck that is. What are they trying to do over there? But sure. Go ahead, have fun. So this dude's name is Grumpy Kong. So now this begs the series, this begs the question of, are they part of the Kong family? Because typically in Donkey Kong lore, again, like you need to know what you're getting yourself into when you're inheriting an IP such as Donkey Kong. The entire Donkey Kong the entire Donkey Kong family tree, let's just say, is very convoluted. You can see, you know, Cranky Kong, you know, up top, and then, you know, Donkey Kong, and then like Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Funky Kong, Candy Kong, all the weird Kongs, Lanky Kong, Chunky Kong, Baby Kong, Kitty Kong, like they're all there on the tree. This begs the question of, did the development team think that Kong is just a monkey, like in true Japanese language? Like the Donkey Kong, the name from Miyamoto back in the day was Stupid Monkey. So it was like Stupid Kong, Donkey Kong. That's what it came up with. But it's been the lore that has been built through Rare, which is now a Microsoft-owned company, that the Kong is a family. It's a legacy. They're all somehow related. So I don't know if this guy is part of like a weird third cousin that just hates DK and he's just grumpy about it, or what? Or is it just generically Kong means monkey in Japanese, so we're just gonna call them all Kong? And in the localization team, when, you know, Nintendo of America localizes things, did they just leave it? I don't know. Well, tell me your thoughts. But this is Grumpy Kong. Interesting. It's Poppy Kong over here. So she's an info gatherer. And then this guy's the leader of the bunch. You don't really know him well. It's Void Kong. Interesting. So they're responsible for stealing all the bananas. And they want to go inside the planet core. Okay, so that voice acting clip, I'm just gonna play it back to you. Like, no offense, but I don't know, man. I'll replay it back. Watch.
Planet core? But no! I'm going with DK, so you just stay away!
Void Code.
It's very stiff. I don't know. I'm going with DK. It seems very stiff. No offense to the voice actor that does Pauline's like one-shot little voices, but that voice clip was rough. I'm so bad. So anyway, moving on. So you're going to beat the bosses, then you're going to have access to the next sub-level within the Earth's core. So yeah, really interesting. So yeah, the golden bananas are all over the place. They're called Banandium Gems. And this is literally the moons. This is the moons in Mario Odyssey. You go over here, you find it, and then you have the moons as currency and stuff like that, and you just move. There we go. Tell me that is in Mario Odyssey. You find it. And then there's like little challenge areas that you can do when you're in the worlds. And it's like, oh, here's a challenge course. You can, you know, just beat this enemy in like 30 seconds, and then you're going to get rewarded with a Banandium. And then sometimes there's puzzle-based stuff where, you know, oh, there's a bunch of like rocks that are rolling down, you know, just, I don't know. this was really cool. Like, okay, so yeah, they did their homework. We like a minecart level, not Minecraft. We like a minecart level in Donkey Kong. Congratulations. Slow clap. You read the source material. Like, this is what Donkey Kong Country is. It's a minecart level. Like, that's great. I love that. I love that a lot. Thank you so much. Make it hard, make it difficult. Barrel blasting, just like in Donkey Kong Country. Absolutely love it. So I'm hoping that it's not just based into the girders. There we go. The 1980 something girders from Mario. I hope it's not just in challenge course runs, but it seems like it is. So you're just in these challenge courses. They seem to be like their own little mini world within a world, and you just go beat them. It reminds me of, Mario Odyssey. You just go to another area and then you do this challenge and you come out of it. So this is cool. I don't really know what this is. You're going to be able to get skill points in the game. One's for more health, one's for more power, one's for stronger dives. I don't know what this one is. Maybe a longer power up mode. I don't know what that is. More hearts to come out of things. We don't really know. This is maybe you could throw things farther. Maybe you can surf for longer on the rocks. This one's like maybe you get an extra double jump. You can do the surf on the water unlocked. One of them's probably like more sonar. This one's like probably more sonar over here. I don't know what that one is, but yeah, there's some different abilities, and you have a skill tree and you could pay with points. And I love that. That's very RPG elements, and I think that that's a point for the game. So punch power level 1, there we go. Rating of 2-star. You got 3-star. You could do hand slap. Yeah, you get better sonar. You can see things over here in case you don't want to just go raising the entire area. I think that's great. Yeah, they also have a lot of throwback music in the background, which I'm in love with. So here's something called Surf. Yeah, you go surfing on the water. Yay. So it looks like you press right or left on the D-pad in order to change your forms. That's kind of cool. But yeah, this is Banandium chips, just another collectible. This game is a collectathon for sure. So you trade your bananas for, it looks like more of the stuff. I don't know. You could buy gold. You could buy, okay, hold on. Let's actually figure that out. What do you use the Banandium? For skill points? Is that what that was? Yeah, so you use the Banandium chips. Traded for Banandium Gems at the chip exchange. Okay, got it. So you get these banana coins, and then you turn them in for bananas. This is the exact same thing as using coins in Mario Odyssey at the Toad shop in order to buy the moons. Oh my gosh, Super Mario Odyssey. Stop. It's all Mario Odyssey. Reskinned as DK, but changed a little bit. Okay, great. Moving on. So you want to buy a banana, go to the shop and spend the coins on it, right? Okay, so likewise, you're going to come over here to this stuff shop, and you're going to use the gold that you pick up all throughout the world in order to buy lives. You can buy balloons, recover with no damage after falling over an edge. Consumes 1 balloon per recovery. So I don't think there's, maybe there's lives, I don't know. Apple juice, melon juice. Activate a Bonanza without full Bananergy meter. Consumes 1 can per transformation. Oh, that's fun. What was the other one? Sorry, let me see. They go over apple juice. Press from giant apples automatically restores all health if it reaches 0. Okay, that's kind of fun. So you can see in the top corner of the UI, like right here, the UI showcases that that you can have these handicap items, pretty much. It reminds me of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, where it's like, oh, you can have these like free refills of health, you can have these free refills of energy meter, and you can have the free refills of lives, extra lives in case you fall into a pit. So that's exactly like it was over there. You can buy these things to help you out, but you don't necessarily need them. I don't know what the other things are, but you can just buy things to help you out to make the game even easier in case you're not so good. Okay, so you can find fossils in the game now. That's great. It's exactly like regional coins. Whoa! The regional coins in Mario Odyssey are now reskinned as fossils, and you use the fossils to buy the different outfits, just like Mario Odyssey. What do you know? Oh my gosh, man. Come on! Dude, the fossils are the regional coins, like Mario Odyssey. This game is literally Mario. You know, I'm not complaining that it is, but also, like, dude, do your own, make your own game. You don't have to copy paste whatever worked and change it just a little bit. Oh, come on. It's Super Mario DK. That's so perfect. Nintendo Goob says it perfectly in the chat. It's literally Super Mario DK. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. Now, admittedly, we recently just played Super Mario Odyssey, so the game is super fresh. And you literally go into the store, you buy the health items that you might need, and then you go into the other store, you use the regional coins that you find in the little kingdom to buy costumes. Okay, carry on, Mario DK. Oh, look at that cool stuff. I guess we really didn't look at that. Okay, here's a style shop. You find the fossils in order to get the good stuff. Okay, you get some traction britches. Listen, britches. Increases your speed in mud and fresh snow by 20%. Well, it's more than just cosmetics, so I guess that's cool. What Bananergy, sorry. Increase the amount of Bananergy gained from gold by 25%. Okay, that's great. I want to see what the other ones do. I want to see those britches, man. You're wearing these big britches. Let's look. Here it is. Hold on, dark blue. You really had to call them britches? You really had to do that localization, team? You really had to? Increase your speed in mud by, and fresh snow by 10%. Oh, for 1. But if you spend 4 more, you can get 20% with attraction britches. Yeah, maybe they do show it's a level 1, so maybe you can be upgraded somehow. I don't know. Giddy Up Canyon Get Up extends your Donkey Kong Bananza time by 40%. Wow, that's great. Rustlin Canyon. Okay, so these are cute little outfits for Pauline. Canyon Get Up 40%. The gold canyon get up. So these are just all aesthetic, but they give the 40% boost to time. And then, like, what do you know? You can do different colors of DK. Sunset red fur, like a setting sun sinking behind the savannah horizon. So you can buy the different fur skins over here in DK. And what do you know? There's a wardrobe. There's a lion, the witch, and the wardrobe over here. But more like the zebra, the ostrich, the wardrobe. So that's kind of cool. So they go through a lot of these really quick over here. This is very, very fast. So I'll go through really, really slow with it. So you're going to choose four different things it looks like. You got a classic tie, which helps out with something. Your fur is just aesthetics. Your breeches gives you traction. And then your Pauline outfit right over here, straight from the 90s, man, with those baggy pants. Wow. So here we go, increases treasure. We've seen that. The tie does more treasures and stuff like that. This one's called the treasure tie. Increase the chance a treasure chest will appear as you destroy terrain by 10%. That's kind of cool. I like it. Bananergy tie. Yeah. You got some hot pink ones. Oh, there's one that helps out with swimming. This is all, you know, level 1. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, so then green leaf fur, you could change your fur and everything like that. This is all from Smash Bros. That's like canonically in Super Smash Bros. So, yeah. So they all have their own benefits. Swim a little faster, get some treasure, traction, all that stuff. The game, trust me, the game looks really good. Find a treasure chest buried in the ground. Look at that. Because you're wearing the treasure tie. And then there is the fossil map. That's really great. So this, though, this is really good. This is really good because, like, look at this right now. This is what a map should be. Mario Kart World, we got robbed. Here's a free mode, or a free roam mode. Hang out and just explore. mindlessly, like a small child. But no, DK is like, all right, how do we make a mini map? Okay, we got zoom ability, we got place pin ability, we got a reset terrain ability, we have a where are you at in the map ability, we have scrolling through bananas, fossils, we have our collection ability, we have full 3D modeling of it. That's like 7 or 8 points that makes a mini map good. This is how you do it. In Mario Kart World, a premium game, a game that costs $10 more than this one, we didn't get anything like that. So like, that's why I'm like, dude, I've been wronged so hard that when something right comes along, I get really excited for it. But in reality, this is just the standard of how a mini-map should look like. Look it. You can look around, you can 3D model it, you can place a pin over here. That's so cool. And look, what do you know? It shows, hey, there's 61 ammonites over here. There's 1 whale over here. It shows you, oh yeah, there's P-switches in the area, right? How many P-switches? Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be a mystery. Maybe go find out. Like, it's so ridiculous, Mario Kart World, compared to what this is right now. So it shows, hey, here's your fossils. You have 19 out of 174, Banandium Gems, alternate colors, leaves. You collected 1 trilobite. You don't have this thing over here, but you can go find it. In the lagoon layer, look, this is like where all the Banandium Gems are. It shows you where in one area the things are. Not, it doesn't show you where it is, but it shows you what is available, right? This needs to be it. This needs to be how the Mario Kart World map is in free roam for me to be motivated to play it. But they didn't. It needs to be, you know, scroll over to the level in in Peach Stadium. Here's the checklist of things that you can do, and they could be question mark because, you know, don't give everything away, but find it. Find the Peach medallions. Find the P-switches in the area. Okay, you don't have it, and then maybe they give you a hint with a picture on the side of where it could be. That would be nice, rather than just free roaming like a blind person. Dude, we've just been so wronged by Mario Kart World that anything that they do right, I'm buying into. And that's sad. That's really sad. For a premium $80 game like Mario Kart World, yeah, right. That's great. And you can see exactly how far you are from actually 100%ing it. That's how it needs to be done. So we have an architect tone, so you can just make like a little area to hang out over here, and you can listen to music. Look, you have a music player. The greatest thing about Mario Kart World outside of the graphics is the music remixes. And there's 0 player in Mario Kart World for us to actually go through and listen to the tracks. It's so bad. Mario Kart World is so bad in that aspect that it's literally an afterthought. But now it's like, oh, this is standard. What do you know? We actually have a music player so we can listen to the cool music. DK's got a lot of banging hits, man. But I don't think we're going to listen to the full DK rap because Grant Kirkhope is probably not credited again. But you can find records, dude. Look on the screen in the corner. In the corner, it says Ingot Isle Cave-In, record 004. So again, the game is a collectathon. You're collecting Banandium, you're collecting banana chips, you're collecting fossils, you're collecting records. I'm sure you're collecting gold. You're collecting over 5 different things. It's a collectathon, that's fine. But like, that's cool. This is really cool. Yeah, so anyway, they're talking right now about fast travel. You have an elevator, so you can go fast travel through all the different layers. Easy. And you can teleport. Yeah, and then you can teleport to different areas of the kingdom, which is fine. That's standard. That's the way it should be. This is great. And of course, remember photo mode. We like that. Mario Kart World did that. We might as well add it. Did Mario Odyssey do a photo mode? I don't know, but like that seems to be Nintendo standard. It's cute. Yeah, add some filters over here. There's Rambi. Okay, so this is cool. You can I love local co-op. If you have a little kid or your parent that isn't really good at playing video games, they can point and click. It's a point and click adventure, and Pauline literally shoots words out and it breaks stuff. So Pauline's gonna, you know, shout things and then it just breaks things a lot easier. And you could just literally destroy bosses in like 3 or 4 hits just by spamming that with 2-player mode. Could you imagine having one hand on a mouse and one hand on a controller and just like moving around to speedrun the game? Okay, so this is really good to understand. Let's take a look. Let's see what we have. The system with the game can now share the game locally with someone next to us. That's amazing. That's in case we have 2 Nintendo Switches, we can share the game locally just for co-op right next to it, like couch co-op. This is the smoking gun that makes me upset. You can also share the system. You could share the game onto Nintendo Switch 1. So this is the hard pill for me to swallow, and this is another reason why I feel that Nintendo's being super greedy. So this is really, really bad. In a couple ways. I mean, this further proves my point that, hey, dude, this game can run on Switch 1. It's gonna be able to, it's literally confirmed to run on Nintendo Switch 1. Absolutely is. Because you can share the game with a Nintendo Switch 1 and you can play on it. They could have easily dual released this game on Switch 1 and Switch 2. This hard confirms they could have done that. But in order to sell systems, in order to make it exclusive, they chose not to. And that is a greedy move that alienates a lot of the fan base who don't have an additional $450 plus tax to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 or $70 plus tax to buy Donkey Kong Bananza. And that sucks to me, okay? Is this a win in general? Yeah, this is great. In case you have a dead old Nintendo Switch lying around, or maybe you haven't made that evolutionary step to buy a new one, you can say, hey, here's my old Nintendo Switch 1. Go ahead. Play co-op with me over here. We don't need 2 Nintendo Switch 2s. You can play co-op over here like this. Obviously, you can play co-op point and screen on the big TV in docked mode, but this is kind of like a slap in the face for me. It's going to be able to run. It's not going to run perfectly. Of course not. It's not going to run in 60 FPS, 120 hertz. I know that for a fact it's not going to. But the fact that it can run in some sort of lower frame rate mode is the smoking gun that literally proves that this game could have been a Nintendo Switch 1 title at the exact same time, just like Metroid Prime 4 is going to be, and Pokemon Legends is going to be, right? Could have done it. Could have done it. But they didn't. You can, okay. Let me wrap my head around this one. You can play online between 2 Nintendo Switch systems using Gameshare. Okay, so that means that you and I, based on what they said, based on if we're friends and we're playing Gameshare, we can go online and you could be my Pauline. And we could just play online together. I think that's a win. That's considered online functionality, and I think that's a huge win via game chat or whatever that's called. I love that. I love that so much. I love that so much because that's the way it should be. If there's a co-op game, you should be able to play online co-op through the entire story mode with anyone you want to on Nintendo Switch Online. I love that. That sets a precedence for the future Nintendo games. This needs to be the standard. Great. That's it. I love it. If I'm understanding that correctly. There's assist mode, of course, in case you are, not good at games, or you have a little kid, or you just want an easier time enjoying the story. Turn on assist mode, and there's your little handicap that you're not going to take a lot more damage. I think that that's perfect. I think that's really perfect. So here's a DK artist mode. It's cute. It's just like a little extra mode. You don't really need it. It's not really a sell point, but it's cute. Like, why not do it? Why not do it at this point? There we go. Make a little Splatoon Octoling, DK Octoling. That's great. People can shape all sorts of weird things if they want to. Great. I can't wait to see what the community comes up with. Okay, so let's talk about Amiibo really quick. Let's talk about Amiibo. What's an Amiibo, you ask? Well, it's a Toys to Life little figurine. They used to cost $13. Now they cost $30. Actually, they cost $30 to $40. The Street Fighter Amiibo were literally $39.99. I know, because I literally collect all of my Amiibo. Yes, I do. You can see all of my Amiibo right over here. New in-box. They're all here. I literally have every single one of them. Amiibo were great. You can take them out of the box. You can tap them into different different games, and then you can get cosmetics. You can unlock little story elements. You can get new costumes, new currencies. You tap it onto the controller and do something with it. Nintendo Switch 2 launch didn't talk about Amiibo. Halfway through the Nintendo Switch cycle, no one did any Amiibo support. So all of us Amiibo fans were like, oh shoot, dude, I literally bought these toys for $13, $20 a piece, and we don't do anything with it. Why'd you stop programming things in games? Mario Kart World, 0 Amiibo support. And yeah, that's a premium game for $80. Oh yeah, it's great. Absolutely love it. So now, what do? They bring back a Donkey Kong Amiibo. Yes, one might consider it a cash grab. Sure, absolutely. Does it lock you out of anything, though? No, it really doesn't. That's the fine line between paid DLC and Amiibo. It's a very, very fine line. Do you necessarily want to lock people out of content and force them to buy the paid DLC in the form of a toy? No, you don't. So you have to tread that very, very carefully, because you don't want it to be a premium experience where it's like, dude, I don't have the Amiibo. Now I have to go scalp it. Now I have to go buy the pirated NFC chips that people sell on Amazon or eBay or whatever. They just make an NFC reader, they copy the data, and then they sell this like little chip that acts as the NFC reader, which is 100% piracy. But some of you guys have it, which is whatever. That's just what it is. It's Nintendo's fault for not supplying enough of the Amiibo, so I had to resort to this. Like, that's a whole nother can of worms I'm not going to open up. So using Amiibo support in video games, it's a fine line to do it correctly. Usually it's reserved for skins and things like that, so it doesn't really impact your game. Or a shortcut to unlock something, right? So this is great. So here we go. A diva dress. Discs will be twice as likely to appear after defeating an enemy. So discs, I think, are the records for music. So you're going to get a cool little costume for Pauline. Is the diva dress exclusively locked to this Amiibo? We don't know. If it is, then that's kind of shady. If the diva dress is like an end game unlock by grinding the game and eventually paying for it, then that's a good way of doing Amiibo. You just get it right off the bat. I love it. So now there's also other Donkey Kong Amiibo. I own every single one of these except for the DK and Donkey Kong bracelets. I may have to buy them. Retail MSRP on those universal bands are probably like $60. Maybe I can get them for cheaper. But I mean, at this rate, dude, Amiibo are $40 a piece. So whatever. So this, dude, did you just see Dixie Kong and Diddy Kong behind the counter over here? I thought that they were going to be like not in the game, but they're here, which is great. So scanning in any of the DK Amiibo, you literally just get the KONG letters. They're not collectibles or not anything. It's just things that you could use to break stuff with. So I guess that's cool. But yeah, you can just break things over here. But there's Diddy and Dixie Kong. I didn't even realize they were over here. Every other Amiibo is just going to unlock like a little sphere in the game, like a bomb or a mud ball or a water ball, and you could use it to, I don't know, help you out in the area for a little bit. That's fine. It's very, very bare basic of what Amiibo should be. Very, very bare basic of what Amiibo functionality should be, right? Because if you really took a page of what Amiibo should be, this could be way better. For a premium game and Amiibo support, you're telling me right now that you couldn't give Pauline Isabel's winter sweater? You couldn't do that? You couldn't give DK green fuzzy fur that looks like it's made of yarn if you scan in any of the Yarn Yoshi Amiibo? You're telling me you couldn't do, I don't know, maybe these tights from the Octoling and then the white t-shirt? And maybe like, I don't know, heavier eye makeup for Pauline to make her look like the Inkling? You're telling me you couldn't put a villager t-shirt on Pauline? This is just etc, 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 that costumes could have been done. A Rosalina dress for little Pauline. You're telling me you couldn't do that? Because in Yoshi's Woolly World for Nintendo Wii U or Yoshi's Crafted World, whatever that is, the Mario one would give a Mario outfit. The Wario one would give Wario. Every single one of these Amiibo, at least 10 to 15 of them, would unlock something very special. Mario Maker for Wii U. You had so many, at least 20 to 30 different Amiibo that changed their little sprite in Mario. This is good. This is good for Amiibo fans. It's great because now you have some sort of functionality for all your $15, $20 paperweights. But it's not done well enough. It is literally passing grade. It is like if you get a D in school. You did the bare minimum, you passed, here is your diploma. But was it an A rank? Could you have done a lot more? Yeah, you could have. And if I'm not expecting every single Amiibo, trust me, I have so many of them. I'm not expecting every single one to be made over there and into a costume, but I think the series ones should be it. Like DK, for example, right? The DK Amiibo, look, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 Amiibo, could unlock the exact same thing. Diddy Kong, there's 2 of them, a Smash Bros one, and then a Classics Mario series. That could have unlocked one thing. K. Rool, sure, go for it, unlocked one thing. I'm not expecting every single individual one, but they should have done more than just the bare minimum for that. And that sucks to me. That's another miss for me. Am I happy that they brought the Amiibo back? Yeah, I totally am. I would absolutely love that. Would I have loved, like, if they had the DK little band, like in Universal, as an actual item that you can use for improved sonar or something like that? Like, you actually put thought behind this versus, oh, also there's like 200 different Amiibo. Yeah, just spawn like a piece of trash in the game, because that's kind of what we feel. That's kind of what we feel what Amiibo are. It's literally a paperweight. It's a piece of trash right now because you paid $13, $15, $20 for them, and the more recent Amiibo you paid $40 for this piece of trash, which is just a collectible at this point. So you know what? Why don't we just throw a little trash ball and DK just toss it against the wall, which is what I feel Amiibo are and what they've been resorted to now. So yeah. Is that a slap in the face for people who love Amiibo and love the idea of Toys to Life and really bringing something into a premium experience, which again is the $450 plus tax to entry level to get this game to be played on a system, and then buying the $70 game plus tax for? That's premium. That's over $500 for this game. And yet your Amiibo functionality is D rank. It is D level. It is the bare basics, which sucks to me. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that's the way it is. Oh, but Abdallah, maybe they'll expand it later with DLC. No, they're not going to. Someone said, hey, remember Amiibo? They're like, yeah. Hey, just quickly program something, man. Just give Pauline a costume. Is that it, boss? You just want Pauline in a costume? I don't know. Go figure it out. I guess. Sure. Yeah, here, I'm gonna, hey, ChatGPT, program any of the existing NFC readers to spawn in a sphere in the level. And if it's one of these 6 Donkey Kong ones, then spawn the KONG letters. Cool, boss. Did it in 5 minutes. There we go. I hope you enjoy it. Great. Turned it in. Right? That's exactly what happened. It's gross, man. I was very excited for Amiibo, but now looking at it, knowing how bare basics and like very barely passing grade, it's not good. It's not good for 2025 when we have an entire history of Amiibo that a lot of you guys are sitting on, and they're literally collecting dust. Mine are literally in a box right now. I used to buy 2 of every Amiibo, one to display and one to play. But I stopped doing that because it's so worthless. So anyway, they sing some more songs with Pauline's voice actress, or whoever sings. I don't know if they're any different, but it's cute. The game's cute. Talented singer Pauline. I love the freckles. I think she looks really cute. Oh, this was really cool. This was really cool. We didn't really get to see this much inside the game. So I'm gonna slowly pan this one, because we actually saw Rambi and Pauline with barrel blasters in a race between Dixie Kong and Donkey Kong. So again, they're in the game. They don't seem to be playable characters, which also is a miss, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions on that one. Rambi doesn't seem to be an NPC, but this is how I feel. This is how I feel. Rambi should have been done. Rambi should have 100% been done this way. It could have been a rhino god or a rhino elder instead of a zebra elder. And then instead of turning into a zebra, you now get Rambi, because that's Rambi's ancestor. And now it's like, okay, well, here we go. I'm going to allow you to use Rambi in some sort of way. And then you go run around with Rambi, just like this right over here, right? So this appears to be one of the weird challenges inside of one of the worlds, where like you're going to be taking laps. Like this is lap 2 out of 3. You're a minute in. And then you could see on the very, very top of the screen is going to be like how far you are from the beginning to the start, to the finish line. So this is cool. It's more confirmation that Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong are in the game, but they're reduced to NPCs, which kind of is bad, considering that in the latest Donkey Kong game, we were able to play as Dixie Kong, weren't we? In Tropical Freeze, didn't we have Dixie Kong? And didn't we have Diddy Kong with like the little barrel blasters? And we also had Funky Kong, man. And we had Cranky Kong. We had 4, 1, 2, 3. We had 5 playable Kongs in that game. Like, that's DK to me. My own special power? These voice acting lines are okay. Again, it's very, very passing grade. It's very, very passing grade for me. I think that voice acting is barely passing. That's what Nintendo does, man. They don't want to spend millions of dollars in localization for all the voice acting. They don't want to do that. Do it as easily as possible, right? We don't want to do it in, Chinese, Japanese dub, Spanish dub, Portuguese dub, English dub, French dub, German dub. We don't want to do that. We don't want to pay 10 different languages for a voice actor for Pauline and all these other people. We don't want to pay that. No. Just make them do some barks, some real animal universal barks, and then just have a localization team change the localization of all the text, because we've gotten away with it so far, and that's exactly what it is. But could you imagine a game that's sold right now as a premium game, $70 plus tax, so around like $77, $76, with a $450 system plus tax, around like $40 to $50, depending on where you're at in the world. So $500-ish. $580, let's just say $600 because you bought a memory card. And maybe a Pro Controller for maybe $650. Let's just say you spent that much money on this premium experience where, like, dude, it would be so cool if you had Pauline singing in your native language, which a lot of you guys watching right now is English, which is fine. But like, imagine if she was singing over there, or imagine these like monkeys, talking in your native language, like vocally, which should be the standard going forward. And I think that that's such a big miss. Anyway, final thoughts. I think that the game is amazing. I think it looks really, really good, but there are a lot of things that do miss the mark for me. I can't get over the fact that it's literally copy-paste Mario Odyssey. From the graphics, to the gameplay, to the shops, to literally everything is copy-paste Mario Odyssey with a DK skin. I don't like that. It needed to really stand apart. I didn't like the fact that voice acting's not there. That's not okay in my book for the year 2025 for a premium game that's going to cost you around $600 to even start playing. Don't like that. I also don't like that they missed the mark on, I don't like the fact that they missed the mark on the animal buddies. I think that's terrible. That's the real gimmick of Donkey Kong games in the past. You need to do animal buddies. What's the problem? How do you mess that up? Okay, those are the three fundamentals that I feel are just a miss on the game. Is this a 10 out of 10 game? I think it's going to be really fun. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to be playing it when it comes out. Things that it did well, graphics look spectacular. I think the music sounds really, really great. The gameplay looks fun. It looks really great to beat around and punch people, throw rocks all over the place. Really cool. Oh yeah, I also don't like the fact that Amiibo is just bare basic. Sorry, so add that to something that I don't like. Overall, man, I think the game's fine. Is it a $70 game? I don't think you could frame it that way. I think you have to frame it as in it is literally a $450 plus the $70 game, plus tax. So which is a $500 game, plus. I think that's how you have to frame it. Because remember, it's an exclusive game when it showed that it can play on the Nintendo Switch 1. Albeit not pretty, you're not going to see every granule of gold or anything that like explodes out, but it can be played on Switch 1. And that sucks. That sucks. It could have been a dual release, man. You could have dual released it, dude. And given us like a couple more areas in the Nintendo Switch 2 version. You could have done that, but they didn't because they want your money. They want your $500 for the Nintendo Switch 2 system. And that's it. End all be all, man. End all be all. Anyway, that's how I feel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and we'll go from there. But yeah, if you didn't watch my reactions, go take a look at my reactions. My jaw dropped on a lot of different things. I was very excited for it. But now that I'm going through and re-looking at some things, my eyes are open. Honeymoon phase is over. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm going to play it on my channel, so subscribe. And we'll get going with it. It's going to be great. As usual, thanks for watching, everyone. All right, guys, that was awesome. That was the analysis over here. What do you all think? What do we think of the analysis? I thought the game is fun, dude. I think it's fun, but like I kind of told you all my thoughts. I told you all my thoughts about it. Like it's definitely interesting. What's the date today? 6/18. Yeah, dude, we talked about this for an hour. Oh shoot. DK Direct analysis. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize we talked about it for an hour. You know, I think I hit on a lot of points. I hit on a lot of points for this one. So, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I was going off pretty well. I mean, but okay, but do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me your thoughts. Like, no, honestly, I want to hear from you guys. Give me some feedback. Give me some feedback on anything that I said that was maybe incorrect, things that you agree with on me. Talk to me. Talk to me about that. What do you think about the Direct? I want to hear from you guys. I spent the last freaking hour talking about this thing. I got all my thoughts out. And that's what I was thinking, right? So B1 in the comment says, I wonder if the new devs even played all the old ones. And I say that wholeheartedly. If I'm in charge of coming up, I've been tasked with the new Donkey Kong game. You better believe every single one of my teammates, at least my leads, my 4 or 5 leads, you better believe that mandatory, I'm going to either task them with playing every single Donkey Kong game from start to finish, 100%ing it. Or I'm going to task them to do that. Or I'm just going to say, hey, you know what? The first 2 weeks of our dev team, you're going to report in for work and I'm going to play the games. And you guys are going to sit on a couch with me and we're going to play them all together. We're going to talk about what we like. We're going to talk about what we don't like. We're going to talk about what things are annoying, what things could have changed to make these games better back in the day. And I'll pass the controller to you to kind of understand how annoying the minecart levels are, or how annoying it is to collect 100 bananas in every different color of every single character in every single level in Donkey Kong 64, right? So we all sit on a couch. And We literally do that for a week, 2 weeks. I'll do it even a month. I don't even care. You better believe they've been working on this game since like 2020 or 2019. You better believe that we're working on this for a long time. We take an entire month to play the entire franchise. We take notes. We do all of that stuff. And then we hit the drawing board. Hey, what did you like about the Donkey Kong Country 1 series? Oh, I really like the animal buddies. Okay, cool. Let's implement it. Great. Love it. What did you like about this? Oh, I really like the minecart levels. And everyone knows the minecart levels are a thing, right? That's going to really appeal to fans. Awesome. Another person. Oh, I really like the different Kongs. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's look at the Kong family tree. All right, where do we go? Where do we go from here? Let's learn the family tree. Let's take a look at it. You really have to be enveloped. It's like a method actor, right? It's like a method actor. You really have to be enveloped and know the source material. And then move on to whatever game you're going to do, right? Like imagine a movie series where a sequel just sucked because they didn't really take any notes from the first one and it was completely different, right? You guys can name a movie that's like that. Or maybe a trilogy where the third one just kind of was off because maybe there was a new director or something like that. It's the exact same concept. But like, with the way this is, like it's tough, dude. It's literally tough. Donkey Kong doesn't need to be the same as every other DK game in the past. If that's the case, why even be DK? If you're not going to take some things that they've done before. This one could have been an entirely new IP with a robot, just like Astrobot. If you're going to take the Donkey Kong name, you have to take some things from its legacy and incorporate it, right? That's just what it is. Eclipse over here is asking like that. Why does the new DK game need to be the same as every other DK game in the past? If you do that, then you end up with something like 3 Splatoon games, which are basically identical. Trust me, I hate the fact that all the Splatoon games are the exact same thing. I got burnt out of that so quick. You're missing my point. I'm not saying they have to be the same thing. I'm not saying it has to be a 2D side scroller at all. They don't have to be. They have to make sure that they take elements from the previous game. Otherwise, why be DK at that point? Why do it? You could be Astrobot and do the exact same thing, run around, go to the Earth's core, figure it out, replace bananas with wrenches. I don't know, replace transforming into a zebra with turning into a robot zebra and maybe a jetpack instead of an ostrich. You could have really replaced all of this stuff with a brand new IP character. But you know that's not going to sell. People don't know this robot. People don't care about it. People care about DK. They care about the power of the IP. Nintendo preys on nostalgia. Your dad played the original Donkey Kong 1980 arcade. So he knows Donkey Kong. You just came out with Donkey Kong Land in Universal Studios Japan and opening up in the Orlando, Florida. Right now, there's a Donkey Kong Land. So yes, it's a strong IP, so you're going to have to reskin it. Like, that's the concept. That's the concept. But I agree with you. Splatoon 1, 2, and 3, they were literally the identical games. And I didn't like Splatoon 3 because of it. Because it was the exact same thing. But I loved Side Order because they changed out the entire concept and they made it a roguelite, which was so cool with upgrades and unlockables and really, really cool gameplay. They really changed it. Oh my gosh. So Lucina says this would not be playable on the Switch 1. Literally, they showed that there is a Switch 1 playable mode. So we're going to ignore that comment. You're completely wrong. Nintendo Goob says, literally a smack in the head in terms of lore fans, because how on earth will the whole Pauline thing make sense? I don't really care too much about that. I don't really know what the whole Pauline thing is going to be, right? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you why that doesn't make sense. It's just in the past. It's not present DK. It's a different DK. Yeah, I don't really know, man. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, right now that's kind of where I feel. Let me know what you think. Let me know. What else? Did I miss anything? Like how blatant of a knockoff is it from the Mario Odyssey team? Do you think that it's a good thing or a bad thing? Do you think that it's okay because Mario Odyssey worked and people love Mario Odyssey? Like, people love Mario Odyssey, and if it worked, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just change it a little bit so the teacher doesn't notice, right? I don't like the power-ups. No. I love the power-ups. Don't get me wrong, you completely misunderstand me. I don't like the idea that the power-ups are transformations. You completely missed my rant on that, so rewind the video and go watch. Switch 1 Gameshare is only streaming the video from the Switch 2, it's not rendering the graphics? Well, still then, like, it's... You're defending Nintendo when they don't need to be defended. If they wanted to, they could have a lower resolution mode of this game to be playable on Nintendo Switch 1. You cannot deny that. So they're just doing that. And if it can render the video, talk about RAM, talk about video processing, all you want, you know for a fact that they can do a lower frame rate and then pass it over to Switch 1. They can do it. If Nintendo boss said, make this game playable on Switch 1, they would figure it out. Okay? It's just like the concept of Pokemon back in the day, right? Like Iwata-san, you know, rest in peace. Like, he was the one that came out with the concept of, dude, like Pokemon's, or was that Iwata-san? Someone. Like, the game cartridges were just so big. Shoot, I don't remember if it was Iwata-san or someone else. Someone in Nintendo, one of the big wigs, they were just like, dude, we can't make these games on this cartridge right now. Like, we can't figure it out. So we can't, like, make these sequels. And then one of them's like, no, dude, if you just make these files this way, you can actually make it happen on the cartridges right now. So they just figured it out. So yes, you can 100% figure out how to play this game on Nintendo Switch 1 if the boss says so. They can. Ugh. Turning into the animal is weird, man. I agree. Switch 1, yeah, Switch 1 ran Mario Odyssey. Exactly. So there you have it. So you just calm it down, you configure some things, you compress some things, you take out some things, and you make it run on there. How do you think these ports, like Mortal Kombat, for example, right? You take a look at Mortal Kombat on Xbox, on Steam, on PS5. You take a look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, these graphics are amazing. No way this can work on Switch 1. But then they're like, no, we're going to make it run on Switch 1. It's not going to look as pretty, but it'll run. And that's exactly what I'm saying. They can do that. They can downgrade graphics. They can make it happen. So don't go high riding on defending Nintendo saying that this game cannot be on Switch 1. You don't know what you're talking about. So that's not it. That's it, man. That's it. Anyway, that's it. End of story. So people saying, defending Nintendo, saying, no, man, this game is too powerful, it can't run it. Yeah, of course. Then that's why you get rid of the power and you literally make it a Switch 1 title. But they didn't. They want to sell you the systems. They want that money. Okay, let's see. Lonnie says, the outfit you get with a DK Amiibo is not exclusive. It just gets unlocked early if you scan the Amiibo. That's good. Thanks for confirming. That's kind of what I was hoping, because I was saying that it was treading a fine line of making it exclusive, which would consider it as in a $30 paid DLC in the form of a figure, versus getting it super early. So yeah, I'm glad that they figured it out. Like me, like I know everything about Amiibo. I know all of the talking points about it. Physical paid DLC. So from a dev standpoint, I believe it's easy to downgrade anyway. I'm sure like they got the base framework of it. I'm sure it's annoying. It's a lot of work for them to do, and it's not their true vision. It's like going to a restaurant and like you have this master chef that has this burger over here with all these fixins on it. And you're like, oh my gosh, this looks really cool, but can I substitute this? Can I substitute that? I would like this on it. I would like that on it. I would like this on it. I like that on it. And then the chef's like, dude, this is literally my work of art. You're supposed to have this as the chef intended. This is the chef intended experience. But then you go and you substitute it all. So it's kind of like that concept where, you know, like just eat the way the chef intended it, man. I don't know, man. That was a weird one. That's a weird reference. Dylan says, you don't think this game is a ripoff of Super Mario Odyssey because it has Donkey Kong movement options plus the ability to punch while rolling an RPG. That's true. I mean, like I said, you're literally the teacher. You're literally the teacher right now that's getting fooled by the two students that one student wanted to copy the other one's homework. So congratulations on being the teacher that didn't see that these two students in class allowed the other student to copy its homework and change it just a little bit. So good. It worked. Anyway, we're not going to go back and forth about Switch 1. Dude, it's opinions. Cool. If you just want to keep on riding that Nintendo, go ahead, man. Have fun. I hope they're paying you. I hope they're doing something for you. For you to take that hard stance, and I'm going to die on this hill. I love Nintendo so much they can do no wrong. Good luck with that. Good luck in life in general, where you're not able to see through some BS. And I'm so sorry that you can't figure that out. But yeah, no, keep on defending them because they care about you and they know exactly who you are. They need some keyboard knights. They need some keyboard knights like yourself. So keep on defending that. Have fun with it. But it's an opinion, you know? If you have your opinion, cool. I respect it. Anywho. Yeah. So what else are we thinking about the game? Are we kind of done? Have we said everything? I think we have. So yeah, let's unless you have anything else you want to chat about, like I'm good. I'm good to call it. I gotta get going. I gotta go get my reactions videos. That's right. It's not even that. Keep defending them and see what they become in 20 more years. Yeah, BWA has it exactly right. You have it right on the nose. If we keep on defending them with their D rank, low effort aspects, I'm not saying the whole game is low effort. It is beautiful. I think it's going to be really, really fun platforming. But you cannot deny that there are aspects of this game that are very low effort. Two of them specifically, which is going to be amiibo support and voice acting. Okay, that's low effort. If you're out here defending them, saying that this game can do no wrong, there's nothing wrong with it, it is a 10 out of 10 perfect creation, and you keep on spouting that, then Nintendo sees that, more people see that, and they just keep on getting away with it versus evolving. This is supposed to be the next evolution of a system, but it's more of the same things. It's more Super Mario Odyssey gibberish whenever you talk to an NPC versus cool voice acting, which is what we want to see, right? You're paying you're paying Pauline to voice act. So go pay someone else to voice act some of the characters. You could just pay one person who's very talented that can do multiple voices, right? Figure it out. I like that. Don't even call it defending, call it enabling at this point. You have an actual point. That's just what it is. If there's no competition for Nintendo, they're just going to keep on getting away with bare basic stuff. That's just how it works, right? People come out here for the Nintendo Switch 2 and they know you're going to buy it because of how successful Nintendo Switch 1 was throughout its lifespan, throughout its 8+ years of being around. They know how successful it was. And admittedly, it was a very successful system. I loved it, right? I still do love it. But they know that you're going to buy it if they come out with the next version, right? And right now, it's not that. Switch 2 is not all worth every single penny of the $450 plus tax it is. It's not worth it right now. You don't have a full library of GameCube games. People are reporting Joy-Con drift. People are reporting screens being busted up and scratching easily and like turning off. The battery life is atrocious. People are reporting 2 to 3 hours on Nintendo Switch 2's battery life in handheld mode. The screen isn't even an OLED. There's so many things that are just wrong with the Nintendo Switch 2 right now that doesn't even make it worth it. There's not a huge library of exclusive game titles for it. There's just not. But you're investing into the future of Nintendo right now because you know they're going to stop support for Switch 1 and everything's going to be Switch 2. So you either jump on ship right now or just enjoy your Switch 1, right? Anyway, so that's just kind of it. It's, that's it. That's all I got to say. Am I excited for it? Yes, I'm absolutely excited for it. I think it's going to be great. I cannot wait to play it. I think it's going to be super fun, and we're going to go from there. Do I think it could have been more? Yeah, absolutely it could have been more. Do I always want Nintendo games to be more? Yes, you know I am. As an actual stockholder with an embarrassingly amount of Nintendo stock currently trading at $21 per share, an embarrassingly amount of that stock, I'm in this I'm literally in this as a shareholder in the company. I want these games to be better. I want them to have a lot more value. I want them to be more than just this cash grab. Let's ASD, whatever. Just get a passing grade so that we can ship it out. Maybe if we feel generous in the future, if it does well, then maybe we'll add some free DLC updates. Like, I don't like that anymore. I'm so sick of it. And that's just kind of how I feel right now. I kind of feel that some of the aspects are just not 10 out of 10 for me. And that's okay. That's my opinion. That's literally my opinion on it. So if you have an opinion and you actually own some Nintendo stock, then go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'll take your opinion a little bit more higher value than Joe Schmo in the comments over here saying that Nintendo can do no wrong and everything that they do is absolutely correct. And I can't wait to play this 10 out of 10 game of the year, right? Like, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. Anyway. There's a, trust me, I know, dude. Like I've been playing my PlayStation 5, literally. Expedition 33, $49 game. Phenomenal. Voice acting, gameplay mechanics. I even got, JMac is playing it. JMac's playing Expedition 33. It's so good, right? Like the grass is greener on the other side. That's just what that is, man. You have 1 share of Nintendo stock. That's awesome. Great. Now you are entitled to your opinion. It's funny, man. I'm just messing with you. You don't have to buy Nintendo stock. Don't worry about it. But if you did, I think that really brings your wallet. That brings your wallet to the table, and we can have this discussion, right? Okay, cool. How many shares of Nintendo stock you got? All right, great. You actually really care about the company enough to buy literally a chunk of their company. Anywho, okay, friends, that's DK. That's a $20 opinion. Do not ask me how many Nintendo shares I have. Do not ask me right now. Shoot. I bought in when the Switch was coming out, and I bought in at like $13 a share. So it's now like $21 a share, which is okay. I'm not trying to make money out of it. Dude, if I want to make money out of it, I would invest into way other things. The reason why I hold so many holdings in Nintendo is because this is my job and I care about Nintendo. I care about it as a company. I care about it as a lifelong fan. If you see me over here talking about how I don't like this, I don't like that, I like that, and I do like that. If you hear me talking about this stuff and you think I'm a hater, then you're completely wrong and you need to open your eyes. I do this because I'm passionate about the company, and this is literally my job. This is my life. Like, I do this for a living. I'm going on literal record that's going to be on my channel forever, just about my opinions of how much I care about the company and the products that they put out. So if you misconstrue that as hating or trolling, then you're absolutely wrong. And you need to actually, you need to mature and understand that people can have opinions, and just because you have, just because you work for a boss doesn't mean your boss can do no wrong. You know what I mean? When you get a job, when you're older, you're gonna work for a boss, and the boss is gonna do some things that you don't like, right? So if Nintendo's our boss right now, Nintendo's doing some weird stuff that we don't agree with, and that's okay. Friends, have an awesome day. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to do some more of the reaction content. I'm going to upload my reaction video to this. We're then going to upload the analysis video. I would love it if you guys would comment on both those videos a little bit later. I'll get them going so that you guys can watch and hang out with it. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, man. Have an awesome day. John over here, John says, thank you for being real and actually caring. See, John, you understand. We're coming from the same cloth over here. You understand where I'm coming from. I'm not going to be generic hype guy. I'm not going to be sycophant YouTuber that hopes that if I just say nothing but positive things, that Nintendo will notice me and give me something free. I'm never going to do that. No, I'm done. Sycophantic behavior is disgusting. And it enables, it's very, very bad. So thanks for keeping it real with me here, man. You guys are great. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you guys later. Shout out to our mods, members, all of you guys that woke up early to hang out with me during these 2 hours. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts. Let me know your unfiltered thoughts in the comments, and we'll go from there. See you later. Have a great day.